Okay, this is our first, I was going to say solo episode, but we're two people, so it's not technically solo.
I think we can call it solo.
Our first
for the
solo
sake of the podcast.
episode.
Yeah, first solo episode.
Yay! I'm so excited.
This is exciting.
This is exciting.
So tell them what we're going to do.
Okay, super excited today. We are going to live react to TikTok self-care trends. So there is so much self-care advice on TikTok, which is really great in a lot of ways because it just shows that people are really focused on self-care and that it's a hot topic for a reason.
It's a hot topic.
People want to take care of themselves. And I'm
good.
so happy to see that.
Yes.
Some of the information you have to learn how to discern a little bit.
You got to filter it.
You got to filter it.
Yeah.
So I kind of have in my head a rough criteria of how I am going to judge if I think something is effective or not. So something that I was kind of thinking about is the effort and money that goes into something. You generally want a pretty good outcome from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean is, let's say working out, for example. If you are someone who's dedicated to working out, you are likely spending hours a week working out. Probably spending some money. I mean, like I work out from home. I don't really spend.
Planet Fitness is pretty cheap.
Planet Fitness is pretty cheap. But there is a financial component to
Sure.
it. I mean, some people work out from home, but you still, you might be buying a program, whatever it is. You're probably spending some level of money on it. If you're spending a few hours a week and some money on something, you want an outcome. And if you work out, you take care of yourself physically, you're going to see results from that and you're going to feel better. So that is something that, okay, it is worth taking my time and money to spend on this because I know that I'm getting an outcome. Some of the trends that I'm seeing that require you to spend a lot of time and money without that guarantee that you're going to get a response from it, that's where I kind of raise my red flag of, is someone trying to sell you something? Is this really what is the best use of your time? That's kind of my thought process on it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And listen, we're therapists, so, we got everything covered from the mental health side, but a lot of these trends are related to other areas or other disciplines, so that we're not experts in, but we do have a professional opinion, and so we'll, we can share that. My take on some of these trends is they go viral, right?
Yeah.
They go viral for a reason.
Yeah.
A lot of them, a lot of them are good. A lot of them probably work, which is why they're going viral, right? But I do think that social media can be the wild, wild west, and we have to be very careful about who we're taking advice from and what that advice is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's jump in. All right. So
What do we
we're
got
going to
first?
be watching these on Brandon's phone. So you are going to be getting a live reaction from us. Okay.
Because there's some crazy ones that we've seen out there.
Okay. So we are starting off with hot girl walking.
Okay.
15 to 20,000 steps a day.
Okay.
I walk 15 to 20,000 steps a day, and as a girl who has literally tried everything, here's why you need to add it to your workout routine immediately if it's not in there already. I've literally tried everything. I've run a half marathon, I've done indoor cycling, I've done Pilates, I've weight trained for 2.5 years, but nothing gives the feeling of just pure magic like a hot girl walk does, and I think I've cracked the code on why. First, I get most of my steps in early in the morning, right when I wake up. I don't even go on my phone sometimes, and I go on a hot girl walk for an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how late I woke up. And because the first thing I do is not go on my phone and go outside and get my face in the sun, it helps regulate my circadian rhythm. And so my energy level throughout the day, no anxiety, I don't get a crash in the middle of the day, and my hunger is super regulated. And if that didn't convince you enough already, if you're somebody who feels unmotivated throughout the day, I used to feel like that all the time, but when I go on a hot girl walk, it automatically puts me into a flow state. And a state of flow is when you're accomplishing a task that you feel challenged by, but that's not overly difficult. And for me, hot girl walking a really long distance, for me it's 15 to 20,000 steps, it puts me in a bit of a challenge, but makes me feel like I can accomplish something. And for some reason, that feeling just carries me throughout the entire day. Hot girl walks also require no mental load, and having a really low mental load workout in your repertoire is really important because while it may seem minuscule, sometimes when I don't feel like washing my hair, I opt to just not work out at all. Whereas a hot girl walk doesn't really make me sweaty enough where I feel like I need to wash my hair. I ended up
Okay.
opting.
I think we
Got
got
the
the
point.
gist of it.
Wait, I just thought like,
I have so many thoughts.
is this is just walking, right? Why
This
do we
is
call
walking.
why do we call it a hot girl walk?
It's been rebranded. It's been rebranded
It's the new
because
walking.
I think that typical walking, you're aiming to hit 10,000 steps a day.
Hmm.
Hot girl walking, 15 to 20,000 steps a day.
So, like, as a man, am I allowed to go on a hot girl walk?
I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to. You're not allowed to go on a hot girl walk. Maybe you have a hot guy walk.
This trend is only for our female listeners. Right?
Okay, so many thoughts. The first thing that really jumped out at me about this video is whenever someone claims that something has completely taken away their anxiety, you want to be really cautious of that. And there's a few reasons. One, maybe she never had anxiety to begin with. Maybe she's someone who just felt a little anxious here and there in different moments. And great, she goes for a walk and it clears her mind and she feels better. I think the danger of that is that someone who has more serious anxiety, something that they really struggle with day to day, might watch that and think, oh, this is going to cure my anxiety.
Right.
And I would just caution people that if it were that easy, everyone would do it and anxiety wouldn't be a thing, right?
People would be walking everywhere.
Everywhere. So I think always have to take that with a grain of salt whenever people are making really bold mental health claims like that.
Sure.
Overall, I think that it's a good message. I think going for a walk is great for you.
Yeah.
She had mentioned that getting up first thing in the morning, not going on your phone.
I think that's
Getting your
even a
face in the
bigger
sun.
piece than
That's
the
a
walking,
huge piece.
Not
That's a
getting on
huge
your phone
piece.
in the morning.
Not getting on your phone is huge.
Yeah.
Getting the sun in your face to reset your circadian rhythm.
Valid.
100%. That is so helpful for you. So I actually, a couple years ago, I was in a habit when I was trying to balance my hormones where I did this every single morning. I did it for a half hour where I would wake up. I did go on my phone. I brought my phone with me. I would listen to podcasts and stuff. But the first thing in the morning I'd go for a half hour walk, get the sun on my face, even if it was 5 degrees out. And it doesn't always feel great in the moment.
I vouch for that. You were out there
Every
in
day.
5-degree weather. Yeah.
Every day. But it is good for you. I think that where this goes to a little bit of an extreme is to say that you need to get 15 to 20,000 steps and you need to do it for an hour to an hour and a half. To me, that feels, it's not bad to do that, but is it very realistic? How many people are going to have a full hour and a half to go for a 20,000 step
Yeah,
walk in the
that's
morning?
a big commitment.
That's a
in the
big
morning.
commitment.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think any walking in the morning is better
good.
than no walking.
I think that you want to be careful watching TikToks like this and feeling like, well, I only went for a 40-minute walk this morning, so I'm not allowed to be hot. I didn't make the cutoff.
You didn't quite
You're
reach
not
the
quite
hot
there.
level.
So, okay, final thoughts. Overall, I feel like it is a good self-care message with a little bit of the viral extremes that are in there. I think if you toned it down a little bit, I think it's an awesome self-care tactic that could be really, really good for you.
Yeah. People have been walking for a long time.
What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, I think I would green light it. I say, give it a try. I don't see anything wrong with taking a long walk in the morning. I think it's a good habit,
Yeah.
and I think it's healthy for you.
Yeah, manage your expectations. Yep. Okay, let's go to the next one.
I hope the next one's a little more controversial.
The next one.
99% of people have never seen a beauty treatment like this. In Japan, some spas actually put live snails right on your face. Sounds creepy? These aren't garden snails. They're specially raised beauty snails, fed fresh fruits and veggies, kept clean and healthy.
They're eating good.
As they crawl slowly across your skin, they release a clear slime, packed with collagen, elastin, and natural healing compounds. It hydrates, reduces fine lines, and even helps repair sun damage. But here's the wild part. Inside their mouths is a tongue, like a tiny rasp, covered with thousands of microscopic teeth. It's called a radula. And yes, when they crawl on your face, they can gently scrape away dead skin cells, like a natural micro-exfoliation. In Tokyo's luxury spas, a snail facial can cost a fortune. And yet, people line up to try it, just to experience this strange, natural skincare. So tell me, would you actually let a snail lick your face clean? 99%.
Oh my goodness. That is a little bit more controversial than walking.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. That's a thing.
I think that's great. I think that's wild.
Yeah.
You're not putting snails on my face.
No,
I'll just get a normal
you're
facial.
certainly not. So I think that wild facials have been a thing for a long time. I think people are always finding things to add. If it works, great. If you feel like you want to do that, it kind of reminds me of the fish that eat your feet.
Yes.
Have you ever seen those pedicures?
Yeah, I have seen those. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we knew that we were talking about these topics today, and we saw that this was on the list to find a TikTok about. So we consulted Brandon's sister yesterday, who is actually a dermatologist.
Yes.
And she didn't have anything to say about the actual snails on your face, but what people are doing, because this is really, what they say in Tokyo, I think in Korea they're doing it.
In Asian countries.
Other countries are doing it. What they're doing in America is that they're selling face creams and serums.
You can buy bottled snail slime.
Yes, bottled snail slime, and they're rubbing it all over their face. And she said that there actually are active ingredients that are very good for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you could probably get a similar result if you just took those active ingredients and just bought
like a facial moisturizer,
like a normal thing that had that in it. I've seen people talk about how these creams can be the upwards of $550 a bottle.
Yeah.
So listen, if it people really vouch that it works, and if it works, that's great. I see nothing wrong with it.
Dermatologist approved.
Dermatologist approved. I think that you can get other results and not spend that much money. That's where I go back to, is the money you're spending worth the results you're getting?
If anybody wants a snail facial and they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for it, contact me. I'll go find some snails. We'll make it happen.
I think that everybody has different financial abilities. And if you're in a position where you want to spend $550 on a snail cream, I'm not going to tell you not to. I think that if you are not in a position to do that, do not feel pressured to do it. There's other ways you could probably get very similar results, but that is very interesting. So I'm going to green light it.
Oh, I'll green light it.
I'll
green light it.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong.
All right, what's the next one?
The next one. Putting potatoes in your socks overnight.
Okay.
Potatoes in your sock overnight to help draw out toxins, sickness and illnesses. I've only done this a few times. I'm going to use old icky socks so that I can just throw them away when I am done. And I will show you in the morning what they look like. Okay, it's the next morning. I just woke up. Oh my God. Are they both like that? Ew. I will show you. I left some of the other ones out on the kitchen counter so that we could see if this happened just from the air or if this truly did pull stuff out from my feet. So I will, I'll let you know. All right, these are the potatoes that were left out on the counter. Wow. So you can see they did brown a little bit and they got dried out. But they are nothing like what came out of our socks. So there you go. This was mine. This was my 7-year-old's. This was my 5-year-old.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's wild because my first thought was potatoes oxidize if you leave them out.
They're going to brown
anyway. So they're going to brown anyway.
Yeah.
But seeing the comparison of the sock potatoes to the counter potatoes.
So we did a little bit of research of this before where people said that this has been going on for centuries.
Yeah,
people
in like the Balkan countries.
Putting potatoes in their
This is
socks.
like a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So I think what they're saying is that when you're sick, it can pull out toxins.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what some things that kind of come to mind is, okay, if you're sick with a virus, I don't think that a potato is going to pull a virus out of your body. Probably not. But if it's pulling out toxins and it's helping you feel better, or you're using it when you're not sick, I think it goes back to how much does a potato cost? If you want to
It's
put it in
pretty-
your sock, I don't really see a harm in doing it.
Why not do? Why not try it? It's pretty low risk. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I would.
I might do it.
I
Tonight.
think we should try it. I wouldn't put a ton of expectations on it,
Yeah.
but I see nothing wrong with doing it.
Listen, my other thought on this is like, even if it doesn't work, placebo effects are very powerful.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I 100% I green light that.
Yeah, why
It
not?
seems a little silly, but
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I see no harm.
All right, what do we got next?
Next, we have chlorophyll water.
Okay.
This is why drinking liquid chlorophyll can improve your acne and your skin. When you drink liquid chlorophyll in water, you are ingesting antioxidants which are anti-inflammatory. And acne itself is an inflammatory and hormonal condition, so reducing inflammation may improve your breakouts. So what is one of the major causes of inflammation? Sugar, like what you drink in soda pop and energy drinks. So replacing this crap with chlorophyll water can definitely improve your skin. But what's even better? Making your own smoothies with fresh fruits and vegetables and all of these good things. Smoothies are filled with antioxidants and fiber, unlike chlorophyll water. So although drinking chlorophyll water can be good for you, I drink this instead.
All right.
Chlorophyll water. This is the first time that I've heard of chlorophyll water, and it seems very similar to like juicing, like a cold pressed juice. Same concept.
Yeah,
seems like.
my first thought is that when he was explaining about reducing acne and inflammation, he kept using the word may. It may reduce inflammation and acne.
I think maybe a big thing that people might see from drinking chlorophyll water is, if they're replacing these sugary, horrible drinks
Well,
with
that's a big
chlorophyll
thing.
water, then,
Of course, you're going to see
you
results.
probably get similar results if you just drink normal water.
If you just
and
replace it with regular
stop
water.
drinking soda.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's something I have noticed in the health and wellness field is that they will always try to convince you that you're not doing enough. Right. So if you're someone who goes through the effort of filtering your water and you drink filtered water and you make sure that you get enough every day, well, now it needs to be chlorophyll water.
Right.
But oh, wait, no, chlorophyll water isn't even the top tier. Smoothies are the top tier.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking chlorophyll water. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting smoothies in your day. I think that the danger comes from feeling like you're not doing enough and that you now have to pay for all of these things when you can drink water and that's perfectly acceptable. And if you want to have a smoothie, you want to add that into your day, that's awesome. I think that you don't need to feel the pressure that you have to do that all the time. That's something that it kind of irritates me in the health and wellness space because I think that people are truly trying their best. And I'm sorry, if you have multiple kids and a job and you're trying to keep your head above water and you're scrolling and someone's like, you need to drink chlorophyll water, that's going to send you over the edge because you're like, I'm just trying to get my daily water intake in to begin with.
Just drink water.
Just drink water.
Just
So
drink water.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that sometimes the messaging with stuff like this doesn't always land very well with people. And I think when you are trying to improve your mental health, I think you can take these things with a grain of salt.
Sometimes these practices can actually lead to more stress and anxiety.
Right.
Because, you feel like I have to do this to get this result. And, when you're not doing it or you're struggling to hit those goals, it can cause anxiety and stress.
Yeah. I think if you, wake up and tell yourself, I have a water goal today and I'm going to try my best to hit that, I think it's plenty. And if you want to add a glass of chlorophyll water in, or you want to add a smoothie because it's something that you want to have and that you feel like can fit into your lifestyle, great. But I wouldn't go out of my way to say that I absolutely need to do this or it has to be a part of my regimen or I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
So I think that it's fine to have it. I don't think that it's the most useful self-care tip I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to say I red light it, but I think that your time and money can be better spent.
Maybe yellow light.
Yeah, maybe proceed with caution.
All right. I agree.
Let's see. What is next? Melatonin gummies.
Please listen to this video if you have the Lullabites gummies. If you have these Lullabites sleep gummies, you have got to be prepared to not leave your house. You have to be prepared for sleep within 15 to 30 minutes after taking your Lullaby. It actually says on the back of the can, do not operate machinery when taking the Lullabites. in my opinion, means keep your ass out of your car. Y'all, these Lullabites are no joke. These are a natural sleep gummy. If you want to have the best sleep of your life and wake up rested, full of freaking energy, you need to take yourself to the TikTok shop right now, click that little orange shopping cart, and get the Lullabites sleep gummies.
Okay. I want
there's a link.
everyone
There's a
to
link.
pay attention. Whenever someone says you can buy that in a TikTok shop, I want you to just put your phone down for a second, take a deep breath, and say, do I really need this? Do I really need this? What you just watched was an advertisement.
That was an ad.
That was an advertisement.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so easy to not realize that in the moment.
Yep.
And to feel like this person is just genuinely giving me advice because they think this is what's best for me. It's an advertisement. They are making money by you purchasing this item.
100%. She's getting paid.
She's getting paid. So that's number one. It's not to say that it's not a great product and that what she's saying isn't valid.
I'm curious, like, do they put anything else other than melatonin in
I
those
don't know.
gummies?
Those are
she's
really
like,
strong claims.
don't operate
Don't
machinery.
operate
like,
machinery. So here's my thought on melatonin in general. I think that melatonin can be very effective. Usually it's most effective if you take it multiple days in a row. So you're basically telling your body, hey, it's time to go to sleep. It's nighttime. From my experience and what I've heard clients say, just taking it like a one-off night doesn't really help them sleep much better. But if it becomes a habit where you're kind of training your body, then over time it becomes really helpful.
Yeah, like any supplement regimen.
Yeah. I think that you're not getting to the root cause of what is going on. If you are not able to fall asleep, that is usually a sign that something deeper is going on. So I would caution that, using melatonin can be super helpful. Taking the gummies, as long as you do your research on the ingredients and make sure they're FDA approved and all that, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with taking them. What I would suggest is getting to the root cause of what is going on.
Why aren't you sleeping well?
Why do I need to take a melatonin gummy every night? If, maybe you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, maybe you have poor sleep habits, you're on your phone before bed. So it's definitely something that you can use. I wouldn't say it's a great self-care tactic.
In this form, it feels like a drug. Right?
Yeah,
and it's
in a
like
lot of
it feels
ways,
like you're slapping a Band-Aid on a deeper issue.
Yeah. So while I think that can be helpful in the moment while you're trying to figure things out, I think what would be more helpful is to say, okay, the 2 hours before I go to bed, what is going on? And what does my sleep look like? And then switch up what you're doing before bed a couple nights in a row and see how your sleep changes. Does it get better? Does it get worse? And maybe there's just certain things that you can adjust in your lifestyle self-care wise, such as, stretching before bed, putting your phone away an hour or two before bed, trying to read. I think that those self-care tips are going to be more helpful in the long run.
Yep.
I think that using a Band-Aid approach is not a bad thing if the goal is to work towards what is actually going on in the future.
Yeah, I mean, or if you're traveling, maybe you're dealing with jet lag that you normally, don't experience. But I think just like a bedtime routine can be super powerful.
Yeah. So those are my thoughts on that.
Okay.
All right. What is next? This lady is so funny, though. She will probably sell me a lot of things.
She was good.
She's good.
She's good.
All right. Cold plunging.
Hey everybody, this is my cold plunge in my backyard. It stays cold at a chilly 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit all year round. And I hop in every day to help with a lot of things. My main reason is to give me energy for the rest of the day and help me recover after my intense workouts. But it has about 14 different benefits, including improved metabolism, increased testosterone, lowered anxiety, decreased depression, and muscle recovery, and in addition to other things. If you're interested in cold plunge, you can check out Morosco Forge, but there's also a couple other companies out there that offer the same thing.
What are your
Cold
thoughts?
I like cold plunge. I've done it.
You've tried doing it
personally.
for a
I've
while.
done it. It's a hard thing to consistently stick to because it's not super pleasant.
You don't
but
want to. Did you feel better after?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Throughout the day, I noticed like more energy, elevated moods. So overall, I don't see anything wrong with cold plunging. I think that it's a very physical activity. Like, you're plunging your body into a state of stress. So I think that, maybe it's not for everybody. I think it's an individualized thing.
Yeah.
To see if it's something that your body agrees with or not.
Yeah. I think that there are certain people that shouldn't cold plunge? Is it people who are nursing, people who are pregnant, if you have any sort of heart issues? So that is something that I agree with. I have heard people saying that they have experienced a lot of benefits in it. I think that being cautious, it's not a one size fits all approach. So I don't think this is a type of self-care tactic that anyone could use, like you were saying. So I would use some discernment if it's right for you or not.
Yeah, there are a lot of companies that sell these like cold plunge tubs, and I think that a lot of this stuff is not really even necessary.
Yeah.
You can actually get the same effects as a cold plunge in a shower.
Yeah.
Just by, turning the water down in the shower as cold as it can go,
Yeah.
and just staying in there for 20, 30 seconds, you can get the similar type of effect. So
Yeah.
if you're on the fence about cold plunging and you want to see how your body reacts to it, that's a great way to
Yeah.
give it a try and get,
Yeah. And if you do have any sort of medical provider for any reason, I'd probably just check in with them. Because like you
Right.
said, you're putting your body through a state of stress. Why not just check in and make sure that's okay? But I agree. I think that you don't need to go out and spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a cold plunge. I think that you can get in your shower, you can get in your bathtub. And maybe if you really like it over time and it's something you want to invest in, great. But I would be a little cautious with just going and spending a ton of money on it without seeing how you react to it or if you like it.
Yep, give it a try.
Yeah. Okay, so we're green lighting cold plunging
Green lighting
for
cold plunging.
people it's appropriate for. All right. The next is manifesting.
If you want to manifest something instantly, literally instantly, overnight, immediately, you need to do this emergency manifestation technique. It is literally called the SIP method. SIP. SIP. Like a sip of a drink. All you need is a drink. That's all you need. That's it. So grab a drink, coffee, water, pop, soda, whatever you want, tea, and just keep it in front of you. Close your eyes, and you completely clear your mind of everything except for what it is that you want to manifest. Like, really focus on what it is you want to manifest. And then create a short little scenario in which you receive your manifestation. So what would it feel like if you received what it is that you desired? How happy would you feel? What would that moment look like? Picture it in your head as you are holding your drink, okay? Then, once you've thought about it, once you start to feel like that tingle in your chest when you're thinking about it, you know that you're ready. All you have to do is whisper into the cup, say, "Thank you." That's it. Just whisper, "Thank you." That's it. And then you take a sip. That's it. And you pretend you are basically like ingesting your manifestation. You are drinking in, you are sipping in your manifestation. It is becoming part of you. And as you take that sip in, it is literally part of your reality. It's now within you, and it's only a matter of time before it expresses yourself in your world, in your reality.
Okay, but she said immediately.
Right.
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 Yeah.
A lot of thoughts on this. So I think that the power of positive thinking is real. The power of envisioning what you want is real. I think that...
I mean, that's clinically supported, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that this is coming off more of like almost like a magic spell vibe I was getting of you're going to think these things, you're going to whisper in your cup and boom, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
What I don't like...
Abracadabra.
What I don't like is there's no action that follows it. I think that if you have goals and there's things that you want, thinking positive thoughts, maybe visualizing that thing happening to you is great, but also what are the action steps? So if I just say, okay, I want to land my dream job, and I'm just going to think it, or what you say, don't think about it, but think about what your life is going to be like after you get it, and then think your cup and drink it.
Yep.
If I just do that and nothing else, the odds of me getting my dream job, I'm going to say are probably going to be pretty slim.
Yeah.
If I'm not applying to places, if I'm not putting myself out there.
Unless somebody's going to just knock on your door and
say, here's your
give it
dream
to you.
job.
Yeah.
Right. I think that there's a lot of work that goes into that. So maybe do that, but then also apply for the jobs. Also put yourself out there. Also beef up your resume. Also, take internship opportunities. Yeah. I think that there's action steps that go along with wanting big goals.
And it takes a long time and it's hard work. And I think like the whole, you will receive this immediately.
Yeah.
Just downplays the amount of work and consistency that's required to achieve goals.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So I'm going to say, do I think that it's a great self-care tactic?
Put a red flag on
Yeah,
that
probably
one.
not.
Yeah.
I think if you want to visualize positive
it's healthy.
things, that's super healthy. I think that there needs to be some action that goes along with it.
It's not a magic trick.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. Do we have any more?
I think we have one more. Oh, we have two more. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no, one more. Okay. Drinking coffee and lemon for weight loss.
All right.
Day 3 of coffee and lemon weight loss.
Drink.
Oh, she looks like she's in pain drinking this.
She's definitely,
that
she's
could
definitely
not
not
be
enjoying it.
Oh, she's chugging it.
She probably didn't need to drink it like that.
What, you don't believe she's drinking it?
No, I'm just saying, like, why is she just chugging it like she?
Because it's disgusting.
It's probably for the camera reaction.
I guess. It's probably just gross.
They've been doing this for hundreds of years in Italy. Lemon and espresso.
An espresso, you're
that's
right.
That's like a thing.
Do they do it for weight loss?
I don't know if that's the reason for weight loss. But
Maybe for digestion.
The flavors are supposed to go. I haven't. I think maybe I've had it once.
Oh, she was not enjoying it.
She was clearly.
She was not enjoying it.
Maybe it depends on how much lemon juice actually went in the coffee.
And maybe an espresso in Italy is just going to taste better.
Could be.
So my immediate thoughts on this are: it just feels like another weight loss hack. It feels like another thing to say, you should do this. It's going to make you lose weight. Someone's going to try it for a couple days, and it's probably not really going to do anything. I think that it's just not that easy. I think that if you want to lose weight, you have to focus on eating right. You have to focus on moving your body. You have to work with medical professionals if there's a deeper issue. I don't think that just drinking coffee and lemon is going to be a great weight loss hack.
This TikTok trend, like, is horrible to me because it would just ruin my like daily coffee ritual that I have.
Unless it's good.
Unless it's good.
But it's probably not.
It doesn't look like it's good.
She was not enjoying it.
But I thoroughly enjoy drinking my coffee in the morning, and that would ruin it.
Yeah, that would probably ruin it. You should try it tomorrow.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. So yeah, listen. I think that if you enjoy lemon in your coffee and you're noticing it helps with digestion, great, go for it. Would I go in anticipating I'm going to lose a ton of weight doing that? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Not with no other changes in your life. Probably not.
Probably not. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Those are all the TikToks that we had.
Okay.
Hope that everyone enjoyed us reacting to them. I had a lot of fun, and we're going to go try a snail facial now. Can you get that in America?
I don't know. We'll have to.
We're going to find one.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start with the potato slices.
Oh, we'll start with the potato slices. That's easier. That's cheaper.
All right, cool. Well, we'll have to do this again.
Yes.
Until next time.